Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Mavericks. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, the Suns, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for the Suns, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season, unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Nurkic is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's done in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, MP out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Christie. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Lively in at the 5. And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
What more can be said about MP's effect on this team? He takes each individual matchup as a personal challenge, and he's been winning those head-to-head battles. So their opponents have to run extra guys at him, which makes life easier on his teammates. It all works together, and that's why this team is so tough to beat.
The playoff picture coming into focus now, Greg, with a good portion of this regular season behind us.
And for the teams that are definitely in, they're trying to maintain momentum and health, right? But for the teams still clawing and fighting their way in, that's where it gets exciting.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Suns. It's a three-point game. Christie with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Giddey. Following the basket by MP. And Giddey gets it to go.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Irving passes to Lively. Hardy, he's checked in for Dosunmu. Wiggins is checked in for the Suns. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. MP, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Baisley's checked in for Phoenix. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, MP in the last game against the Wizards gave his team a big boost. He scored 10 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. When this team is playing together and playing for one another, they're a force. Kevin?
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Stolen. Nobody near Irving. Dallas again missing. And so Allen will bring it up for Phoenix, trailing by 4. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Giddey's got 7 points in the game.
And everyone loves running, especially a guy like Giddey.
Irving passes to Lively. MP outside. .109 left to play in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got his second bucket. Suns trail by 4. Wiggins outside. Irving against Giddey. Here's Paisley. Knocks down the three ball.
Always has his head up. Giddey unselfish with it.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Knocked away. Allen passes to Paisley. A slam dunk by Paisley.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And that one's good. Hardy.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Top of the key, Paisley. A slam dunk by Paisley.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Giddey. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 2. And we'll get... Suns here with a different look. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Paisley. Yabusele comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Allen's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. They've got MP. Christie is out there with Irving. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Davis in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Giddey against Irving. 5 on the clock. They get it back. Giddey, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
MP passes to Christie. Davis with a screen on Giddey. Here's Christie. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
The Suns trailing.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. MP passes to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. MP dishes to Irving. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Giddey. He has 7. With 1 on the clock, and the layup is up and in. Giddey's got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Good evening. When I look at the Mavericks, they've continued to play well, creeping up in the rankings. Hard to argue that they shouldn't be the number 2 team on this.
Moving on, the Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
This has been a display of what we often talk about.
Thank you for being with us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Josh Giddey is out there with Allen. Then there's Dunn. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Here's Irving, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Tonight has been all about Irving. When he's clicking, his offensive game is devastating.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. The Mavericks, number one.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Nurkic setting the pick for Allen. This one for three, and the Suns miss again. Mavericks leading by three. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Dunn gets to Yabusele. Pass to Allen. Giddey with it. Latrey. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Giddey's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
And this is why many are excited about Giddey's future, showing how dangerous he can be on offense.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Christie the pass to MP. Now here's Irving. 6 on the shot clock. MP with a screen on Giddey. The shot's good from Irving.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
Phoenix grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Giddey kicks to Allen. Nurkic setting the pick for Allen. They get it again. Dunn, wide open, he fires. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Irving passes to MP. Outside Irving. MP outside. Lively sends a screen for MP. On the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Rim running, shot blocking, rebounding, lively, elite in all three categories.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardy's checked in. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Baisley's checked in for Nurkic. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Dunn. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Josh Giddey. MP outside. Here's Hardy. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Okay, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
And a chance to catch up on some. Some changes here for the Mavericks. MP's checked in for Jarek Lively. Dosumu comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Christie subbed in for Irving. Davis finds MP. MP powers through the contact inside.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
They've got Christie. Dosumu is out there with MP. Then there's Hardy, and it's Davis in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one's good. Schroeder
gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
MP outside. Davis sets a screen. Hardy. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists now tonight.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Giddey with it. Offline with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Pass to Dosumu. And here's Hardy. Here's Davis, covered by Wiggins. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. A different look for Dallas. Jarek Lively, he's checked in for Anthony Davis, and Irving subbed in for Hardy. And the Suns here with a different look. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's Giddey laying it in. 14 points here for Josh Giddey. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Now, here's MP. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks leading by 14. Irving passes to MP. Now Lively. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Nice shot by Yabusele.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Mavericks.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And tonight's win will put them up 2-1 in what has become a really intense season series, giving them a tentative edge here with one still left to be played against Phoenix.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
On the wing, Giddey. Covered by Irving. Giddey, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Irving. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being